Hey guys, so today I decided I wanted to get a Penny Skateboard, but I don't actually want to spend the money on a Penny branded one. So I'm just going to drive around to Walmart, Target, and Dick's Sporting Goods and see what kind of knockoff off-brand one I can find. Alright, so I just got back from my whole shopping adventure and I ended up getting the Kryptonics, what is it called? Torpedo. Kryptonics Torpedo from Walmart. Target had some options too, but they didn't have any of the colors I liked. I like this one, the white with the darker wheels. I think that's not a bad look. I'm probably going to get some grip tape and put on the top. But overall, this was $35. I know Kryptonics isn't supposed to be the best brand. There's a lot of mixed reviews on Amazon. One of the things I was looking for when the different options that they have different wheels. One of the big complaints that I saw on Amazon was that the wheels were too hard. And I did see that with some of the Kryptonics. They had wheels that were plasticky and tough, but they also had the different options like this where, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of squeezable. This type of wheel is a lot softer. So yeah, hopefully this holds up pretty well. Another negative I see is that warning label at the bottom. People also talked about this in the reviews. It says max 110 pounds. I'm definitely not under that. I'm about like 170, but I did try standing on it in the store and it seemed fine. It flexes a little bit in the middle, but it's not too bad. So I'm going to take all this junk off. It also has this plastic cover that I think they put on all of them, so you can't really ride it in the store. So I need to take this thing off. It's kind of stuck on through this bolt, so I need to take the bolt off, I'm assuming. And then the plastic piece will be able to come off, and I'll be able to ride it and test it out and see how it is. So I'll let you guys know. Alright, so I just got back from riding the Torpedo, and I like it. I think it's a solid board, fully functional, and a lot of fun to ride. Things I noticed are, first of all, it gets dirty really fast. I was only riding this for about, I don't know, 30 to 40 minutes, and it already picked up a lot of dirt all over the wheels, trucks, and the board. White obviously wasn't the best choice. I can see how over time this is just going to get darker and darker with dirt and other grime. Things that you have to get used to are the short size of this. This is 22.5 inches long, and where is that thing? 22.5 inches long and 6 inches wide. I'm assuming that's at the widest parts here. So it's something to get used to. You know, I've ridden a skateboard before, but it's a little bit different having your feet closer together and not as much room to have your feet. Another thing I noticed is that the board flexes a lot in the middle. So if you have your foot directly in the middle, even if it's just one foot, it'll flex down. It doesn't flex a lot depending on where your feet are. You can, if you have your, typically most people when they ride, they'll have the back foot covering back two screws, front foot covering the front two screws, and the weight distribution there, you don't notice any flexing at all because the weight is directly on top of the trucks. So it's fine. And even though it does flex, I tried jumping and bouncing on this thing, and it'll flex a lot, but I don't really have any fear of it breaking. I'm 170 pounds. The weight limit on this thing is 110, but I don't think that'll be a problem if you weigh much more than that. I wouldn't be concerned about the durability. It does get scraped up a lot. I got scrapes up in the front where it's a little jaggedy, and on the back it scrapes up pretty easily, but it's plastic. It's pretty expected. Riding this, I didn't have any problems trying to keep my feet on the board or having them slip around when I was trying to make turns or anything. So I think it'll be fine just without grip tape. That was one of the concerns I had when I was purchasing this, is if it had enough grip on the bottom. So the wheels I have on this are the poured urethane wheels, not the plastic kind, and I like them. They're a little soft. As I said, you can squish them down a little bit. There's a little give, but there is still a problem with rocks. There was one occasion where I hit a big group of rocks on the gravel, and the board kind of, you know, hit them, staggered, and then after that I jumped off, or else I would have fallen. But it doesn't, not all rocks. Little pebbles have hit this thing, and it'll kind of just skip over them and continue going down. Didn't knock me off the board or anything, so it's not too bad. So another thing I noticed is that the trucks do come a little tight on the board. It's not that easy to make turns. You kind of have to do the tacking to turn around. So what I did is I just took some pliers and loosened up the trucks. You can also use the socket wrenches. And I loosened them up a little bit. It's pretty sensitive when you loosen up the trucks. You don't have a lot of play. You can easily over loosen it. So you kind of have to find the sweet spot of where you like it, but after doing that, it did make the turning a lot easier and not much of a problem. So if you're looking to get a penny board, but you don't want to spend the money, I definitely recommend getting the Kryptonics Torpedo. I think it was a great buy at $35, and if anything, if you want it to get a little better, you can always replace the wheels and the trucks, whatnot, and just have a lot of fun with it.